Coach, I guess just looking after the tape, I mean, what were your takeaways from last weekend as well as UNL?
Just hadn't played well enough to win those games and do the things that it takes to win them. I think each one of them presented different challenges and different opportunities that we had to win. But, when it's all said and done, I think it's the same scenario. We just didn't do enough within the game of baseball to win those games.
Can you talk about moving Pato to first on Tuesday?
Yeah, just trying to give it. I got 4 outfielders. I feel like that against a righty that we need to have in the lineup. All 4 of those guys seem to swing the bat pretty well. Right now, Sarge, obviously, everybody can see he's not swinging the bat too well. So just trying to get that 4th outfielder in there, and with only 3 spots for 4 guys, we had to kind of create a new option for us, and that's what we did with Pato at first.
Has he ever played first?
I think he has. I mean, I know that first year his redshirt here, we would play him there in scrimmage games, but he's athletic enough and made all the plays the other day at UNO when he was put in there.
Do you find yourself having to, I guess, reassess the starting lineup after Tuesday again? Like, is it going to look different, basically?
Yeah, I think, Georgia Southern, they've announced that they're going to throw a lefty. So certainly, I'll have to do some thinking about that. Probably not have as many lefties in the lineup, but, try to figure out what's going to give us the best chance to win.
Coach, now that the 5-game road stretch is come and gone, what's kind of been the message coming back today about going forward?
Well, just get back to doing what we need to do to win games, and that's being focused on competing and doing the things that it takes to win, whether it be on the mound, whether it be in the field or at the plate. So hopefully we're looking forward to a good high-energy practice today, and, coming off from a 2-3 road swing that we had, and obviously disappointing, but it's our choice to change it and get back on that winning track.
Right, and it was a small sample size with Texas State as far as your first Sun Belt Conference series, but based on that small sample size, what do you think you kind of learned about how you think the rest of the conference stretch will go?
I think it's all the same. I mean, there's so much parity in college baseball. Every team, gives scholarships to student athletes to come play for a reason, because they have ability, and every program has good coaches that can coach. So, I don't really see anything different between the Sun Belt and Conference USA, in all honesty. And, you had mentioned just the first weekend and how I assess it. We could have and should have won the series. We should have won Saturday's game with the opportunities that we'd presented ourselves. We just didn't capitalize on it, and unfortunately, we ended up losing the series. Didn't do enough on Saturday or Sunday to win that game in any regard. So, we just got to get ready to go out and compete again. This week it's against Georgia Southern, a really good tradition-rich program that last year was in a regional, and they're a consistent player in NCAA tournaments. So good club that they have. They're coming in 10-10. Had a big road win last night against Mercer on the way over here. So well coached, and they'll have good athletes that'll challenge us.
Coach, what do you think a lot of walks this past weekend, 14, I think, on Sunday. Just do you think that there's an explanation for that? Do you think that players are just scared to throw strikes, maybe?
No, I don't think it's. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's scared to throw strikes. I wish I knew that answer. I think it was actually 13 walks, with one of those being intentional and a hit batters. But we hit more guys this year than we normally have, and probably have walked. The walk ratio is a little bit higher than what we're used to, but we just got to keep plugging along. We've got a lot of new faces that we run out there, and some of the older faces that people are familiar with haven't had a whole lot of time on the mound. So this is their year to go out there and grow, and we've got to continue to nourish them and develop them and help them grow. And it's not just the pitchers, but it's the position players as well.
On the flip side of that, I mean, you have a lot of experienced guys in this lineup, and it's just failing to deliver with runners in scoring position. How do you coach that at this point?
Well, you just got to keep instilling to be relaxed, have confidence, quit focusing on the outcome of the at-bat, focus on the process of the at-bat, simplify it, And I think that's what's happening right now. Obviously, whenever you get in a slump, you try so hard to get out of the slump, which even just compounds the slump even worse. I know that's crazy sounding, and it's easier said than done to just, say, hey, get up there and get a hit. That's not how it normally works. And so they're not trying to make outs, and hitting's contagious. And if we can get going for a couple of games and swing the bat and get some guys that certainly we've been counting on and to swing and perform like we know we can, then we'll get this thing turned.
Are you still confident in your starting rotation in the weekend? Do you think you may?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And then based on what you've heard around the players, right? As far as you talk about slumps and everything, what are they kind of telling each other about this stretch?
Well, I think they're encouraging each other to get out of it, but it's up to us, as a team and staff, players, however you want to look at it. We're all one team, and we've got to make a choice to get out of it. Right now it's about attitude, and it's about the confidence that it takes. It's about toughness of getting out, getting up there and having quality at bats, or getting on the mound and taking the ball and owning the zone and pounding the zone. Those are choices, and it's more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing right now. So we've got to cure that.
Was Sunday for Nico just an off day for him? Like, just didn't have it?
Yeah, I don't. We hadn't seen that out of him in the previous 4 starts, and it was that third inning. It just kind of, for whatever reason, it was built in. I think 4 walks and a hit batter in that inning, and of course it was followed up by a double and a single, and honestly minimized it to only 2 runs. At that point it was a 2-1 ball game. So it certainly, we were within range with a lot of game left to win that game, but we didn't do enough all the way around to help ourselves win it.
Anything else?
Good.
All right.